Recently, I was talking to Menka about how I use different forms of technology, and I came up with the idea of simply making a log of the things that are on the home screen of my phone. So if I go, obviously onto the phone, I've got all of these apps on there, and I just sat down one day and I drew them on paper, and then I uploaded it to this site. And the thing that was really interesting about drawing them was that well, for a start, there are a couple of things. One was I started to wonder, why are these things here? Why, for example, have I got a calculator? Top left, the first thing is a calculator. That just seems weird because I hardly ever use the calculator. So in fact, since then, I think I've moved that. Another thing I noticed by drawing was simply, it helped me to think about what even are the apps. So I remember thinking when I drew this one for Audible, what is it? Because if your pen, or my pen, is following around the shape, or approximately the wonky shape of what's on my phone screen, I had to think what it was. It was only after I did that that I realized that this bit here, this sort of tick, is probably meant to be a book. And then this bit here is probably meant to be Wi-Fi. Not very complicated, it's not very difficult to have worked that out. But until I sat down and actually drew it, I had a less thoughtful engagement with the things on my phone. Another thing I noticed was that there are some things I optimistically started using, and since I did it, even at the time I did it, when I drew this, I realized I don't want that thing. So one, I'm afraid, was the app called Freedom, which helps you to avoid distraction online, and it didn't work for me. And I'm sure it's brilliant for other people, but I deleted that one. So there we are, I've changed that now. I actually made notes afterwards. I made notes immediately after doing this drawing. Stop the annotation and go back to being on a mouse. Oops, don't want that, do I? Oh well, it's nice to see it floating around. Look, there's the ghost of my apps on this page. So then I thought I'll just go through everything that I can see on the screen. Just think about the whole lot, right up here, starting with, the bars of my signal, my phone company, the 4G, the time of day, everything. I just wrote everything. So the top line, I made some notes. And then I went through row by row, all these things, point by point. Anyway, there we are.